We are live now. Okay, so hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time you're able to join us. It's another exciting session, the very first one for the month of April. We have 10 beautiful ladies joining us again for this particular group, and trusting that they'll have a lot to learn and implement in their various businesses to help them grow, because that's all we are about, helping them grow, nurturing those beautiful businesses of theirs. And today our topic is values. We have our coach here, Jennifer, who is going to be speaking with the ladies. Then there's Emma over there, who is the coordinator and translator for the women. And of course, my name is Barbara James, and I'm excited to bring on this session for today. So thank you so much for joining once again. And Emma, could you introduce the ladies as usual? Tell us their names, their businesses, and then Jennifer can go ahead and tell us about herself, and then she can begin. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Barbara. So for now, we only have 5 women, others will come through. So we have Precious here in white, and she sells fish, both dry fish as well as fresh fish. Then we have Lucy at the back. She has a restaurant, and we have Tiffany at the far back in white as well. She sells beans and rice. And we have Teresa here. She has a salon. Thank you. Tina. Oh, sorry. I didn't see. We also have Dina at the far end in black. And in that, make phones as well as cake. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Emma.
What does Dina do? I missed that.
She bakes. She's into baking, so she makes cakes and as well as cones.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Barbara, do you want me to go ahead and introduce myself?
No, yeah, you can go on. Tell us about yourself, your business, and then you can begin the session.
Okay, so my name is Jennifer Cohorst, and I actually am in the corporate world at the moment, but I've had my own consulting business at times. So more services based, but definitely my own business and my own entrepreneurship way of thinking as well, especially as a consultant when you sell your services and you sell yourself, which is similar to what they'll do, only they'll also have products too. So only you'll have products too. So I've been doing this for 20 years, so long time.
Okay. So, so if we try to so chimo chine tumukomulisha kumemona mkataka product denomination nemona mkataka kumulisha kwati abantu bayeshiba and I run business for 20 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Okay, I think we should just start by talking a little bit about, I have the welcome and objectives too, but let's talk a little bit about the objectives and make sure that we all have an opportunity to understand what we want to accomplish in this particular session. I'm not sure how long to wait, Emma, so you'll have to coach me on when you need to just interrupt me if you need to translate at some point.
Yes.
Okay, but I hope this is interactive. I hope that the women, that everyone feels comfortable to speak up and to share wherever they'd like. So one of the things we want them to walk away with, go ahead, Emma, did you want to do something?
So, thank you.
Thanks, Emma. So there's 3 things that we want to accomplish in this time we have together. The first one is to really understand what values are and the importance they play in our business. And then the second one is to think about how they have played in our own personal journeys, and think about, how we've displayed our values, and what we want to make sure that people see in us as our values. And then, of course, talk about instances where that has happened, or where we've had an opportunity to play out our values, or that they've shown through in our actions.
All right, thank you. So we are at our objective. Yes, I know. I think what I said, if you're going to share them, then you got to send me values. Yet to have a share, yeah, but I'm important. Then also, yeah, one may she as a person, maybe. Then also, titwa a share relation so that I want to buy a value. Much work on the value. So, to watch the display so that abantu bayabona because abantu bakashop bisango shop. Thank you.
Thanks, Emma. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the definition of value. I just pulled this off the internet. So the important thing here is that we all are aligned on a common definition of value. And what I like about this is it's our standards of behavior. It's how we should act and behave in life. And it's our own judgment of what's important in our own life. So our values reflect what's important in our life. Just to
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So the definition is right in checking internet. So in that values pinto for muntu aba definito fwachi kulingana na internet. Thank you.
Thanks. And so we have our values shine through, our values, other people see our values, whether we state them or whether we consciously think about them or not. People will know what your values are by the way you act, by the way you behave, by the way you conduct business. So it's important to state your values and be clear about your values, not only to yourself, but also to others if you can write them down or share them with a friend and help hold each other accountable.
All right, thank you. So when I'm in Sangwen, in Sango Shaba, whether Ulanda so kwaba tiwe kwato kwaba tiwala because no wala ba into so it's important to kwaba tiwa kwato kulembeshi amba values you already wala ndo kutinga ine no funa dibe so that in case wala ba yashta act as a reminder and also check what we are acting in line. Thank you.
Thanks, Emma. And so what I have up here are some examples of values from Join the Journey values. And I'd love the women, if they wouldn't mind sharing what they like about the values, if they believe that Join the Journey is displaying these values, and maybe an example of how Join the Journey has displayed these values in their, even though it's nonprofit, it's still a business.
Okay. So, rather than the Join the Journey 8 billion. So, rather than that, see, but if I'm just a question, it's a muntu more from what they want from Sango Shower, kulingana na mwingine so chini chonse tumate mwa okay venangu All right, thank you. So they have shared about 3 values. One of them is that one thing they like about joining the journey is that the value of, or rather the zeal or the interest of helping others to learn, educating others. And the other one is that prioritizing Christ. In as much as they are teaching us to be doing business, they are also emphasizing that it's important to do business in a way that Christ himself can approve. And the other value is helping others to better their businesses, and like the lessons they offer, such as bookkeeping, are really helpful to them. There are so many people that can give them this money that they get, but it's so, joining the journey is so different for them because it just doesn't give them money, it gives them the knowledge and the wisdom and also the hope of believing in Christ that everything is going to be okay.
Oh, that's wonderful. Tell them thank you for sharing. That's really nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's think about your own values. If you haven't done this, it would be like something that you would do maybe after you leave this session. But there are 3 types of values that we typically discuss. There's personal values, you know, what is important to you. There's business values, what is important as you work and earn money. And then what are some of the social values you have? So how you give back, even though, you know, what you've received, even that you've received. So how do you give back to the community and grow? And there's lots of ways to do that. Do any of them have any, want to share any personal values or business values at this time? And we can kind of talk through what they are and how it's been important in their business, fish, bakery, etc.
So, kwaliba ama-personal value akubathembisa kwabirimo teweka then kwaba nayashani ayabhizinisi kubathi business na business miranicato then kwaisaba neya social value yakubathi inechunabili kuphela nabantu nakwatekisakuchaso abantu ngalalena so abantu funa state so badena ngathi pali ayama values timwachitaposha yapama values values nenaishi muntu afira abasocha abanasona so or inenaishi business yabasocha abanasona so or inenaishi kuphela nabantu ile wabacha so wachitana so salambira pe
For example, that's because now something to produce about values to the so you just have to stick to your values no matter expression.
So, good customer care and First balance. So it's better. Thank you. Okay, so Evelyn has said one of our values, our social value, is to make sure that there is peace where she is, and that comes by reasoning with people around her, knowing how they feel about certain things, and finding a way to just be at peace and have an understanding rather than agreement. Then Teresa has said her business value is she offers good reception, rather good customer care to our customers. Then Precious has said, one of her personal value is to stick to the things that she knows that she's supposed to do and not be influenced by others. So even if someone drinks alcohol or is mean to other people, if she's with that person, she won't be mean or drink alcohol because that's not who she is. She'll rather stick to who she is. In short, she's saying she would rather stick to her values and not be influenced by another person. Then Dina has said one of our business value is always respond to customers' complaints. Getting feedback from customers is very important because she knows that she exists in business because of customers. And if she begs something and not knowing what the customers are going to say, she might likely not survive. So she values customer feedback. And Lucy has said, Lucy, the one with the restaurant, she has said, I would say one of our business or personal or social value is sharing love. She says, because God has called us to love each and every other person. So in everything she does, even in the people she relates with or her customers or people around our area, she shows them love. Thank you.
Those are wonderful. So would you ask them if they think that others would say that they demonstrate those values, that they believe that others see them and can see the values that they have, that they've just shared with us?
Okay. So rather than that, if you want if you want to be ntabwo abantu benshi batinda barandatsinda so ifile mwalanda kusaba ntango mwali Yes. Okay. You want to say something? So they are saying it's very difficult to know what people think of you. In as much as they have said this is what they are, they can't really tell what people think of them. Others would think otherwise, others would still think the same. However, maybe in some situations where someone wrongs them, some people still come back and say, no, I'm sorry, you're a good person, but they can't really tell what everyone else thinks of them.
Yes, I know it's hard, but chances are they know. And I love the example you gave where somebody might come back and apologize. Have they ever apologized, or have they ever done something that was against their values that they had to come back and apologize? And then what did they do in that situation?
So at the normal situation ya Okay, so they are saying, in case of where someone, okay, they have an experience where someone wrongs them or goes against their value, and after some time they come back and apologize. And so what they did is, most of them, they just forgive and forget and move on and say, me, this is what I believe in, and this is what I believe in. And some people transition to being like them, like, okay, I've never seen such a nice person. I didn't think you would forgive me. I didn't think you would do this after me doing this. Yes.
Yeah. What do they think that had? What kind of effect does that have on your business?
Okay, so but then let's see. Each chintu chokuba timuntu ayitalo mbawelero amwerera kyapira na peni chakwatani chafoshan business in na church stage kuma businesses in. So they are saying the impact it has had on their businesses is that their business have grown in such a way to the extent that most people that come, they normally come with other people. So they act like as an advertisement on their behalf. They'll be like, this person is a nice person. Whenever you want to go eat at shawarma, make sure you go to Lucy's restaurant. She's a nice person. Or if you want cakes, go to dinner. If you want cakes, go to dinner. So it has helped their business grow because of, yes, it has helped their business grow because people act as an advertisement. Yes.
Yes, I love that answer, by the way, and it's absolutely true. So if they haven't had documented or written down their values, it's really important to know what your values are because it's a roadmap. If you know where you're going, it's easier to make decisions. It's easier to basically make decisions, to know what to do every day in your business because you have values that you can guide those answers to the questions. So I guess I'll let you translate that and then I'll ask them another question.
All right, thank you. So
Thanks.
badala kama bali zenga tamwalenga muyalenga mbele mwisho then mweluga mwangu katika restaurant my values ya my values ekibalemberera ti muyalembe because nga mwalemba kirafurisha ti kushoko mleya kirafurisha nokuba ti kyamyangu kuyo kupanga amadisibena ilo mulekwayo okuteekera omuntu ayisaayisa agamba no kuli business so nekweka kashani kyabano shanshani ibanga mwaishwa tamavali honest elo business yapo first mwapanga decision asawe initiative has to be involved in it ishachiteko so nga mwikale panshi mulemba amavalizi yetu ero nga mwalemba yalankakuirisha yarangusha neshiroko mule because nga mwagule ekitaffe ekintu kula kikitaffe ekitaffe kuba bangu waisanga na kumushira ishitairingera oshitawishi whatever it's because you didn't have anything guided where you want to go. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, so the question I have for them is, do they think that they have, how do I want to say this? Although we have our values, have we really consciously made them a part of our business? Maybe written them down, maybe put them up in our business if we can. Is there any value to that? And if so, what value do they think it would have?
Okay, so when the values to arrive for intentional to become a business, yes, to remember something. Gaji if you should value what money remember why because so in a internal business, but okay, so they have told me that they haven't written the values anywhere except in their hearts.
That's okay, but I would say it's important to write them down and even share them.
Yeah. As it's okay, but I don't mind
Why do they think I might say that?
So Evelyn said, now they know and they have learned. And she's just saying she's grateful that she has learned, and there are a lot of things that will now change in her business. So now that you've told her that she needs to write down, she will make sure she writes them down from her heart to a paper where someone else gets.
It's really important to keep it short and simple when you write them down, because you want to be able to reflect on them. So as you make decisions when you're doing business with someone, you can see them. Let's say I always say, my opinion is around 3. So around 3 personal values, around 3 business values, around 3 social values. Have at least 1 for each. And I say no more than 3, because it's hard for you to remember. It's hard for you to think about it. But if you do have them written down in your heart and on the wall, you can, 1, make better decisions in your day-to-day, and then others will be more likely to make decisions aligned with those values too, because they know what your values are. And no one would be able to say, I have no idea what Dina's values are, because they will know.
So Valenda, it's important to me and invite. Now, was not what I would personally on the social back. So that's now we're waiting, but I'm everything is summarized with that. But now when it is, don't get that. Sometimes you can go with that's it. I'm a very right? So actually, we are named APP. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's talk about faith. You all have mentioned that faith is a very important part. And for me personally, it's also very important. I took a minute and I wrote down what I have as my 3 values. And I'd like to share them if that's okay. And then let's have them also react to it or think about their own values and how they might, what they might write down, the words they might write down. So the first value I have is Christ-centered. And the reason I picked Christ-centered is because I feel like everything in the Bible gives us a handbook for how to make good decisions, for how to interact with people, for how to have good friendships, for how to have good business relationships. So I picked Christ-centered because it really displays all the other pieces like integrity, service to others, trust, that I feel like it captures it in one word. And it's something that I understand in my mind. So that's why it's important to me. The second one is accountability. Accountability, especially in business, is taking ownership of not only the decisions that we make, but also take ownership of the circumstances that are beyond your control. Just like faith does for us, we know that we can't control everything, but we can give it to God. And so that's why I have accountability. And then the third thing is continuous improvement. I want to do what makes me a better person and what makes others a better person. And those 3 span both my personal, or all 3, not both, but all 3 personal, business, and social values. And my 3 are all aligned, but theirs doesn't necessarily have to be. And you can have more than 3, but I like 3 is a good number to have. So anyway, I wanted to share mine with them and then have them react to whether they think, faith in their values is important, and if so, why.
So bayanda ati insango shabwe na ndipinto ko bachitekeramu na ndipinto ko bachitekeramu chakwa cha number 1 iti Christ Center Day because Bible yagati konsesintu effort kuyatwaikana n'abantu kukashitana shani Bible yena yadondero right so naona bikale isapanta chino nangwe chadisija nyiri yonse bala study frict bushe kwali baida what Jesus right bala shamo because they so wali pesa pantansh then ya number 2 ni accountability bala making sure that especially in business share the chakaka kwa bati uli ya accountable into for each time which aluka abantu bazite ni kinga mama ushaingia mama hivi kuna shimo mama imishisha yemo nishinga leba abantu bakulele ko okay na funyamu so intention sala kuiza okay station la shina mama wengine ndio lesa then mwaka kesho it's important to watch that we take account the things that you're doing, especially with financing. Then number 3 then is continuous improvement. Balanda si umuntu ari kufambinde erwa fine. Then aba ichitekera si life ya buya personal ya shani bafira ya kachi. Market there are lots of people that are interested, but you have decided to come forth and improve yourself. So, that's values ya why. It's a bank one. Number 2, for account, for business. Number 3, kanya popula sandila. Fish mwatonto kanya popula. Ofu mwatonto kanya popula benefits ngala tafadi. Okay, so Teresa has said, from your 3 values, which is Christ-centered, accountability, and continuous improvement, she has really taken note of accountability because it's one of the things that most people ignore. And accountability in terms of finances, when she maybe plats hair for someone, she has to know how much have I made, how much have I spent, how much products did I use in this person's head, how much am I getting out of it other than just getting the money and using it on anything else. Yes, thank you.
Love that. Tell her thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have a couple rules. I should have put them up here, but I forgot. Like not rules, but guidelines. As you think about what yours are, like I said, 1 to 3, have at least one, but 3 is a good number. And then keep them simple. How I did Christ-centered, accountability, continuous improvement. If you can make them concise like that, it'll just remind you every time you make a decision or every time you interact with the customer that you should be Christ-centered, and for instance, in this one, that you should be accountable to them, that you should be accountable to your own finances, that you should, I love how she said that about the finances and about accountable to how I operate my business, accountable to join the journey. There's a lot of accountability, but it's very simple. It's short, it's concise, and it helps make good decisions. So as they think about theirs, I would encourage them to write it down and then also to keep them short and simple so that every time they see them, they remember, they're reminded on what they want to do for themselves and for others.
All right. neffe ekyokuba ti bampera bajoinitani bampera endalama bali kano right kumbe kinatwati naye namuwa kitatteka account for 80 kyokuba ti bambona taawe epo abantu fire baafulika ero benge kunkanyako kuba neextra. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I don't actually have a lot left, so I'll open it up, but I wanted to end on them really thinking about what they want to do differently. If they want to write their values down, they don't have to. I just encourage them to and post them, but to actually put down what they want to do as a result of this values session, and also think about how this will flow through all of the sessions that they'll have. So it's not only important in their business, in their personal life, in society, but also what they learn in each of these upcoming sessions for Join the Journey, the role that their values will play in that journey.
Okay, thank you. So rather than that, we bring a lot of something sibatematemaku mwatako share ikintu kyomwala kitekusengwe imokulaba ti tawale kitapea naswa kwenenga mwaikala first mungatene badukene malero inenga ne email I think for business man zina na making sure ati value ya masana ya plantain.
And
Okay, okay, so Evelyn has said one of the things they should do differently is just prioritizing God in a business and also writing it down. She's saying she likes your emphasis on writing down our values because it's easy to forget. And writing down is very important because it will always serve as a reminder. So from now on, she'll prioritize God, put God first, and always write it down. Then Teresa said she'll also equally write down. Even if she can't write, she'll maybe ask a child to write on her behalf. So let me just ask if there are other people that want to share anything. Okay, so Dina, the one in Burkina, said she liked also your emphasis on continuous improvement, especially in our field of baking. She says things keep on changing. A long time ago, they were using buttercream, and nowadays they're using Fino whip. So if you're stuck to the same thing, or you don't want to learn, or you don't know what's happening, your business can easily die because people want things that are more improved and advanced. So she's so grateful that you had to set it as a reminder of people or ask people in business to continually improve ourselves, learn more, and be up to date. It's going to help our business survive, and not only survive, but also grow.
That's a great, I love that she said that. So that's fantastic. So in closing, I just want to remind you, please do something, hold each other accountable, tell each other what your values are, help each other live out those values, because in establishing those values, it really does provide clarity for you and your business. It helps reduce confusion, and it makes decision-making a lot easier if you have solid values. So those are the three things I would like to leave them with.
All right. So, but then that's it. She can provide some more accountable, but from next time. Because sometimes ngatawishi into tau kinendelea no kulemba. Kuna wakati wa coaches there. Tawishi no more you are sometimes this way. Oh, one man. So you have written down, when you have your balance lined up, when you have all these things put in place. So like, why should I keep careless movement? So at some point, I can also communicate that they
Thank you. Okay, well, Barbara, that's really all I have. I wish all you women well. May God bless and keep you. May his face shine upon you and bring you peace. Thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let's have our group photo, please. If you could just stop sharing this so I can capture everyone.
Yes, sorry about that. Yes, I can.
So, I think about doing my
Oh, I can see everyone bigger. Wonderful.
Okay, let's smile. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. It was really great to see the women
It's a
share
pleasure to
their
meet you all.
values and learn lots of new stuff, which I know they're going to practice. So thank you so much. Do have a wonderful day, and hope
Thank
you
you.
will see you some other time again.
I hope so too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.